What up, world? STEPHENASMITH coming right back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what I'm about to say is gonna piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. I'm not here to protect feelings. I'm here to tell my truth. And the truth is, I agree with Stephen A. Smith. LeBron James didn't confront him like a man. He hid behind his son to do it. Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron James is one of the greatest to ever do it. He's been the face of the league for damn near 2 decades. He's global, he's gifted, he's great, but he ain't perfect. And what he did to Stephen A. Smith's courtside, that was calculated, that was tactical, and that was personal. Cause y'all know LeBron ain't stupid. He's far from it. He's a strategist, a master of image, a student of perception. He knew damn well he couldn't confront Stephen A. over something he said about him, because he knew that would have looked petty, that would have looked fragile, that would have looked exactly like a thin-skinned superstar, which he's trying so hard not to look like. So what did he do? He waited, he watched, and when he heard something he ain't like involving his son Bronny, boom, there it was. The green light, the opportunity, the excuse. He used that moment not to defend his son, but to finally let out that energy he been holding for Stephen A. for over a decade. And I mean that, a decade. Cause see, LeBron been waiting to press Stephen A. for years. Ever since Stephen A. refused to crown him over Jordan. Ever since Stephen A. stood 10 toes down and said, "You are not the GOAT." And that ate at LeBron. Cause he been chasing that crown since he was in high school. He don't want to be top 5. He don't want to be next to Magic, Kareem, or even Kobe. He want to be ahead of Jordan. That's it. That's the facts. But here's the reality. You ain't never gonna get there. He knows it. We know it. Hell, even his fans know it. They just don't want to admit it. That's why this moment happened. LeBron saw an opening. He used his son, yes, his own son, as a vehicle to unload his real beef. A beef that ain't about family. It ain't about fairness. It's about frustration.
You are beyond wrong, Wendy. You're not even close to being right on this one. I'm sorry. No way in hell. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you brought up LeBron and the rings, okay? Who's devalued LeBron? See, that's the BS that we have to stop letting him and his camp get away.
Lots of people have.
Once again, no, excuse me. When we talk about the GOAT, because he's not in a lot of people's eyes, it's Michael Jordan. That is it. Everybody universally recognizes him as one of the top 3 players in the history of basketball. What the hell else do you want? A diaper and a bib? What do you want? Do you want us to feed you some applesauce or something? My God, what more can you do? Other than saying he's not the GOAT, he's number 2 or number 3 if you want to put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's resume in there. What else is there? There's nothing else to deny him. And everybody recognizes that. It's factually incorrect when they walk around acting like he's been devalued. It is not true. It is not true. Now, let's get to the point that you and I do agree about. If it didn't mean much or should it mean much, well then, why were you so relieved to finally have one? Why did you depart Cleveland to go to Miami and join forces with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade to get one? Why did you depart from there to go back to Cleveland? Because LeBron only went back to Cleveland for one reason: to resurrect his reputation and his stature, because it wasn't that he departed from Cleveland, it's that he didn't deliver the chip when he departed. So he went back to erase a more than half-century curse on that area in professional sports, because they hadn't captured what? A championship. So in other words, he understood it in departing for Cleveland to go to Miami. He understood it in departing from Miami to go back to Cleveland. He understood it when he arrived in Tinseltown with the Lakers, that stars, superstars who wore the purple and gold, he couldn't be the one person that didn't capture a championship. He had to get at least one. But now that you've got it, all of a sudden, you really don't understand why it's of so importance. It's nonsense. He understands why, but let me take it to a level he's not going to take it to, that most of us, Doggy, myself, and many, many others would. Once upon a time, Wendy, you know this, the endorsement dollars, the sizzle, the shine, and all the monetary compensation that came your way because of it was courtesy for championships. You weren't getting that kind of shine when you weren't winning. If you didn't win anything, it wasn't coming to you like that. What happened is that we've been able to use championships as validation for the shine that you receive. Because without it, you just see a lot of cats getting a lot of money. Why is that a problem? It's a problem because on too many occasions. I'm not talking about on the court, because I would never accuse a player of being lackadaisical on the court. They show up on the court and they give you effort. I'm talking about the commitment that LeBron gives, that he's revered for, along with many others, and what they bring to the table off the court, in the off season. Are you constantly working to improve your craft and to elevate your level of play? The audience needs to see that. And validation is an insatiable appetite for the chip. If you don't have an appetite for the chip and you're laissez-faire about it, and it's okay, I didn't win, all right, so be it, it's all right, there's more things to life. The audience ain't gonna like that. The patrons ain't gonna wanna patronize your product, your brand, et cetera, because the emotional investment they place in you, the reward that they expect to receive at the very least is a passionate approach to you in pursuit of excellence. And excellence is defined by winning. You talk about we don't remember number two. You know who we do remember other than winners? People who really, really sucked, who were really, really horrible, that really, really didn't care along the way. Oh, we remember them too. And when you're trying to capture championships and you're in tireless pursuit of it, that's what the people want to see.
LeBron James is frustrated that after 21 years of dominance, Stephen A. still ain't calling him the GOAT. He's frustrated that even with 4 rings, a scoring title, multiple MVPs, and a decade straight of final appearances, he's still got to live in the shadow of the man from North Carolina. And that's what this is really all about. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. LeBron been at war with a ghost his whole career, and he losing the battle badly. Cause this ain't just about stats. This ain't just about rings. This is about culture, impact, memory, movement. And on that level, Jordan is untouchable. Jordan's impact transcended the court. The shoes, the commercial, the global craze, the moments. Jordan wasn't just winning, he was redefining. Every time he stepped on that court, it was a religious experience. From the shrug game to the flu game to the last shot, he lived in cinema. And LeBron, for all his greatness, he don't have it. And he hates it. And he hates that he can't buy it, he can't build it, he can't manage it. He hates that when you line up Jordan's 6 rings with his 4, the conversation feels over. And that's why he rants about ring culture. I saw that clip. LeBron sitting there saying he hates ring culture while he sits there with 4 rings on his fingers. You only hate the ring argument because it ends the debate. And this ain't just about rings. This is about what rings represent. Closer, killer, untouchable. Every time Jordan got to the mountain, he left no doubt. 6-0, 6 finals MVPs, no game 7s. And you, 4-6. Lost to Dirk, lost to Duncan, lost to KD, lost to Steph, lost to the Spurs again. And you want to erase that. You want to act like that don't matter. Nah, it matters. And this is why I agree with Stephen A. Because when you've been criticized respectively, honestly, and objectively for years, and then you suddenly feel emboldened to press a man, not over yourself, but over your son, that ain't about defense. That's about vindication. You've been waiting to do that. You've been waiting to get that off. And you know what else? I ain't scared to say it. I'd take Kobe over LeBron. Yeah, I said it. He wanted to rip your heart out and hold it in front of your team. He wanted to beat you and embarrass you. LeBron, too friendly, too calculated, too polished. Give me the Mamba over the machine. And that's for Kareem. As great as he was, he lacked the global touch. No movies, no culture shaking moments, no sneaker empire.
Big difference.
Same with Magic. Close, but no cigars. Only one man shifted culture and court. And that's why LeBron, you will never be the GOAT, and you know it. So next time you confront somebody, do it straight up. Don't hide behind family. If you got beef with Stephen A., own it. If you mad that you ain't on Jordan level, live with it. But don't play the victim while you still selling your legacy to Nike like you got the crown. Cause the real ones know you never had it and you never gonna get it. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.